Right, it says we're going live. Oh, and we're live. Howdy, I'm Matt, and welcome to this, not an unboxing, of a Bonanza. Now, as I'm sure many of you have seen the Bonanza, and have seen the unboxing, the builds, and the flies, but guess what? We're not doing that in this episode. Instead, we're going to be building a Bonza. Yeah. Now, I'm sure many of you will be wondering, what on earth is a Bonza? Is it a Bonanza? No, it's one of these. Landed! Let's do that again. No, it's one of these. Landed! It's one of these. Hey, landed! Right. Now, for those of you which are not watching the live version, this is what the finished version looks like. Landed! We are going to be building one of these. This is the Bonza. Happy days. Now, those of you which are watching this live, in front of us is that we have the makings of our very own Bonza wing, not a Bonanza. Now, for many of you, you may be wondering, what on earth is the difference between a Bonanza wing and a Bonza? Well, I'll tell you what, we've got several community questions which have been incoming from those of you which are on live, and we'll answer those right now for you. So the first question is, Matt, that's not a Bonanza. Yeah, I know, we'll unbox that one another day. Darren says, I know my eyes aren't brilliant, but that must be the most wonky VTOL in the world. Yes, Darren, don't panic. We will adapt this model to be a VTOL and a few other mods as well. Oh, the missus is watching.
Hello, Fräuleins.
Is that another model, Matt? That's... Yes, it is, honey. Would you like a handbag? So the next question is from Andrew H, and he says, well, I didn't expect you to see you buying one of these. I thought they weren't your type. Now, actually, give you a heads up, this is the model which I passed my A test in. Secondary question from Andrew H is that I knew that you were certified, but I had more of a mind of men in white coats asking you about your mother. Thanks, Andrew. The next question is, Matt, is this another video where you chat for an hour? Look, what you do in your own time is completely up to you. But for goodness sake, can I give that goat your mobile number? Because she keeps ringing me up, and that time you had with the wellies and the goat is just coming back to haunt us both. And finally, Matt, we know this isn't live. We can see the cuts in your editing. So if we are going to convert this fine model into a Bonza, we are going to need several tools and a plan of action. Now, as far as tools, this is what I was thinking. Well, obviously, we'll need to do some trimming on it. And then for the more finite jobs, we need finesse. We got one of those. And because we might need to buff the turd afterwards, we've got a buffer as well. Really? Who's ringing it this time of day? Give us a second. Hello? It's Steve. You know, Steve. Uh-huh. I know it's not a Bonanza. It's going to be a Bonza. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, you spelt it wrong. It's because you're down in Australia and because all the blood's running to the top of your head. Yeah. Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know I'm just doing it for views, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Cool beans. Yeah, I love you too. See you soon, honey. So that was Steve from you-know-who, Hobbyking. And he was a bit upset that we weren't doing the Bonanza. But yeah, sorry, we are going to be doing the Bonza instead. And as such, we need a plan of attack. So first things first, what do we need to do? We need to take off the landing gear. Landed! So that's the landing gear off. Whatever happens to it, there we go. Next up, I don't know, just quickly check the list. Oh, drink coffee. Brilliant. Next up, the main wing needs some dihedral in it. So what we're going to be doing is cut the wing in half and then bring it up so it looks like what we got with the Bonza. And to do that, and we need to use some tools. Well, we got this one here, perfect for the job. And let's get going. So let's give her a trim. And that's the dihedral being put into the wing, because obviously we need it to look like a Bonanza, because this is of course a Bonza, not Bonanza. And what's next on the to-do list? Now, let me just check my little list here. Now, what I was going to do was to put the servos from the bottom and put them on the top, but frankly I can't be arsed, so we're not doing that. Oh, we need to drink coffee. Job's a good one. What do we need? Oh, we now need to cut a great big hole in the bottom so that we can mount our wing up underneath here. Now, frankly, I've got no idea that's going to work out. All I know is that I will need a saw for some refinement, so let's get to it. And you thought I wasn't really going to use a saw for this. Brilliant. Now I need a knife.
Gentlemen, with our help, Poopy Joe will ride this rocket to the stars!
Ooh, thank you. Question, do you think this is what Hobbyking did to make their Bonanza? They took a quality model like this one and then hacked it up and turned it into a Bonza, or as they call it, a Bonanza. Who knows? Hobbyking, we know where you get your ideas to. Time! Right, you've got to see if that actually fits now. Let's have a look. Because that one works well. Right. Oh, we need to get the wires up underneath. Oh, yeah, that needs a bit more work. How am I going to do this? It's the right width. I just need to put some curvature in it. And I've got no idea how I'm going to do that other than using a big saw. So that'll be fun. Let's stop for some coffee. It's taking shape. Wait till you see this. Let's get some of these tools out of the way. I kid you not. Does that not look like a Bonza to you? I'm really quite impressed with that. And I got away with some proper man tools as well. I kid you not. I've used the saw, the drill, and the other drill, screwdriver on it, and it's working out quite well. I'm quite impressed. A bit bent, but we can't help if it's gay. So next up is the V-tail, which we need to do at the back. Obviously, that is this model's unique look. So we need to get that sorted. So my plan for that is to take the tail off, cut it in two, and then just put copious amounts of hot glue in there till it works. Oh, we'll also need to put some servos in the tail as well, because V-tails, we can't really put servos in the middle and have wires coming up through. That just doesn't make sense. So I will be putting servos in the tail itself. So without further ado, let's get on to and carry on with the McFuckery.
Two hours later.
Coffee. Step out of the way. Landed. As you can see, progress has been very good here with the Bonza. We now have, look at that, a V-tail. How cool is that? That actually came out way better than what I was expecting. Although we did run into, inside the tail, there's two fuselage pieces in it. Well, no, two vertical pieces in there, which I couldn't get in. So I've had to do a bit of McHackery to get that on the top. I did need a bigger saw to get in there because I was losing me rag with it. And the last real thing for us to do and cover in this live episode is that we'll just get that top lid, which actually, the irony is that that's the bottom lid. That's the bit which I cut off the bottom. Turn it around, we'll put it on the top, we'll hinge it up like so, and we'll stick a bit on the other side so we have a proper hinge. There we go. Pop that around. No expense spared there. There we go. And there is, if I can tidy up our elastic band, that, boys and girls, is a Bonza. Happy days, Hobbyking, eat your heart out. No wonder we had Steve on the phone earlier. So, yeah, let's just quickly walk around this model. We have a dihedral wing. On the bottom, we've got a 35, 36, 1450 kV motor with a large prop in the front. We'll definitely be running this one on 4S, of course. We've got multiple mounting points for cameras to catch the landing events. We've got a dynamic hatch here, which comes up and goes down, and comes up and goes down. I haven't done any of the electronicals yet. I'll do that after this session because we'll take it out in flight as soon as possible. And of course, any Bonza would not be complete without the V-tail. Now, in fact, in hindsight, if there's one thing which I would change about this model is that I'd probably give it a bit more of a V in the tail. But I think that's going to be fine. And we don't really need rudder ridge anyway. So we got ailerons. It'll be fine. So I'm going to go on and wire this one up and watch this space for the maiden of the Bonza. How cool is that? You've got to admit, that is pretty damn cool. So with that said, for myself, Matt, a massive thank you to you for taking the time to join me for this live episode. And of course, if you've got any questions or comments about how to build your very own Bonza, just hit rewind because we've just been and covered it. If you're new here, my name's Matt. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to press the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And I shall see you next time. As always, from myself, Matt. Cheerios!